Hi, I'm Veronica, and today I would like to show you something unusual. But before we start, I have a question. Why do you do your exercise or all your movement practices? I hope that's not to tell your friends that you can do it or to feel good about, I don't know, following some particular routine and being so disciplined, but to get a particular effect for your body, for your overall well-being, right? But that's what you often kind of lose sight of if you start doing your routine and you stop paying attention to what it actually gives you. So I will encourage you to look at before and after so that you can feel in your own body the effect of what you're doing. It's not enough to read in a scientific paper that something is beneficial for you. It's important that you feel it yourself, right? So I'm going to show you one example. It's something unconventional. It might look a little bit weird, but the main point here is to see that difference, observe the difference before and after. So let's do the before. Some kind of movement that is going to give you the feedback. What is your range of movement for the moment, and how does it feel in your body to move within that particular direction, let's say? Okay, so we're going to do a usual spinal twist without using your arms for help, so only rotating around the central axis. Right? Let's do it this way. You can lift your arms on the inhale and then maybe put them in a cactus shape, for example, so that 90 degrees angle at the arms. And you're going to rotate starting from the spine itself and moving to the right and left. But here's important thing. You're not trying to get as far as you could to your maximum range of movement, in other words. You're going for the comfortable range of motion. So somewhere where you don't need to do that extra effort and push to get a little bit farther. Where is that for you? For now, because that's what's important. Is it different on the right side and on the left side? Until where you can comfortably rotate your spine together with the whole torso, all one as a unity. And pay attention to what you can see with the corners of your eyes, and maybe there is some particular point you can have a look at so that you will remember where is that moment. I could see with the corner of my eye this or that. And remember, we're not turning the head, but the whole torso. Okay. You can also have a look at how it would be to turn only your neck and what you will see with the corner of your eye. Now let's get to the practice. Imagine that your head can be detached from your spine. Your skull can be detached from your neck. And you want to lift it, but it kind of requires a little bit of gentle negotiation. So we're going to do it this way. You can place your thumbs just underneath your cheekbones and the fingertips over the skull, somewhere comfortably all over the skull. Now, it's important that you don't clutch into your skull. So there's not much tension there or digging in. It's a gentle touch, but enough to feel that you're really holding it, that it's firm enough to hold it. Okay. So we've got that. And for the next couple of breaths, you're going to gently encourage the head to detach from the neck. So it involves the actual movement of pulling the head away from the neck. But it's not one quick movement as if you're pulling out the wheat. No, no. It's gentle, steady. So you don't stop. You do it continuously, steadily, and very slowly, very gently, as if you're really coaxing your head. Okay, you can come a little bit farther up, just a little bit more, but without aggression, without any firm pushing or pulling or yanking. Just really steadily, gently encouraging your neck to grow taller. And you might already start feeling at this stage that there are some sensations, some gentle tugging, something's going on, maybe at the sides of the neck, maybe at the back of the neck. And as the fascia runs in really long strips all along the body length, you might feel it much farther down, maybe somewhere in the upper back, between the shoulder blades. And now we're gonna get back to the twist. So you can take an inhalation, and as you exhale slowly again, start rotating to the right. And then release your arms. And they've been doing their job for quite a long time. Stay here for a moment. Maybe every time you exhale, you find just a little bit more space without any pushing, pulling. It's all really gentle. Everything is quite relaxed. And maybe you remember what could you see last time with the corner of your eyes. Your head is still kind of straight, so your chin is roughly at the level of your sternum like it was before. You're rotating the whole upper body together. Is it different? What do you see with the corner of your eyes now? And then you can come back to the center. And also maybe just turn your head and notice how it is now. What is that last thing you can see? And return to the center. And it might be useful to check how it's going to be on the other side. So again, you can place your thumbs just underneath your cheekbones, feel for the bones here, thumbs pointing down, fingertips all around your skull. You're not digging in, it's a gentle touch, but enough to feel that you're really holding all of your skull. And then again, that subtle movement of pulling upwards. Just a tiny bit. Not too much too soon, with patience, with kindness. Give it time. You can even imagine, visualize how much more space you create now between the vertebrae. How you're elongating the fascia. Maybe there are some sensations in the neck. Oh, now maybe further down. Sometimes you might feel it even all the way to the lower back. And then use the exhale to start rotating. At some point you can release your arms, let them drop wherever they want to drop. Take another inhale, and on the exhale, check if the breath alone is enough to find a tiny bit more space. No more pushing, pulling, you're just there comfortably. And again, you can check what do you see with the corner of your eye. It's definitely much farther for me now, I can feel that. And then you can return to the center, maybe turn your neck alone, again checking how, maybe not just the range of movement, but also how smooth is that movement? Is there anything that stops you? Does it feel more comfortable, easier, right? Those are all the important things to pay attention to. So if you came back to what we began with, and you're still within your comfortable range of motion, maybe now you're in a very different place, or maybe the quality, even if there's not so much difference in the range of motion itself, there's a difference in the quality. It feels far more smooth, it's sliding and gliding easily, there is no restriction, it really flows. And this is based on what I feel. Now, you might feel something totally different. And that's how you know whether this exercise makes sense for you or not, and whether it's worth to do it. So if you apply this principle to everything else that you do in terms of movement, that is going to be a very helpful guideline. There's this crazy back bend that I do every time in yoga, and I really sweat and I stop breathing. Is it really good for me? How do I feel after I come out of it? Like, how do I feel when I'm in it? Those are quite important questions to ask yourself. And it applies to anything else, really. So there might be effort, some engagement, of course, some work to do a particular movement. But then you want to see that something changed, that it had its effect. So I hope it was a good food for thought. You can let me know how this experiment went in the comments below. And I encourage you to subscribe to see more of my videos. I share one video every Monday morning. I would also like to invite you to join my newsletter with kindness that I send out every Monday morning. You can find the link in the description below. Thank you very much.